Family dispute resolution is a process where people who are separating, normally couples that are separating, come to an independent third party, a family dispute resolution practitioner, or sometimes they've been called family mediators. They come to this person to assist them to make decisions about the future, and these decisions are often around how they will organise their future parenting responsibilities and perhaps around how they will organise their future financial responsibilities. So when couples come to family dispute resolution, they normally have to sort through all of the detail of the future responsibilities they have, particularly if they're parents, for the future responsibilities of the care of their children. So that would include things like where the children live, how they would have time with both parents, what are the financial responsibilities that the parents have towards their children, schooling, contact with other relatives, all the details of parenting decisions. They may also need to organise their financial situation. That might include resolving their property matters, their assets, their housing, how to share the responsibility for the ongoing financing of the family. So family relationship centres are the places where most family dispute resolution happens. They're community, not-for-profit organisations run family relationship centres. They're set up by the government about a decade ago to provide almost free, not entirely free, but very reasonably priced family dispute resolution. They're located throughout Australia, so they're easily accessible, and they're places that people can go to get advice around what they do when they separate and to actually have family dispute resolution. You don't always have to sit down opposite your partner when you're doing family dispute resolution. Obviously, if you're needing to sort out issues to do with parenting, it's quite useful to have two people sitting there to talk through some of the details that are needing to be sorted out. But sometimes it's not appropriate for two people to sit together and face each other to have those conversations. Sometimes their level of anger, or maybe the level of intimidation that might have been in the relationship previously, means that it's not appropriate for people to sit down and face each other. And the family dispute resolution process can be adapted to suit those situations, and so they have things like shuttle family dispute resolution, where two people will sit in separate rooms and have a third party negotiate between them without them actually having to face each other. Children are rarely directly involved in family dispute resolution. They are consulted, perhaps, and that we have a process called child consultants, where children are actually seeing a counsellor or seeing a family dispute resolution practitioner who finds out how they're going and what their needs are, and will then use that information to assist the parents to make the best decisions for their children. But the children are not normally part of the process where the parents are actually negotiating around the future. So family dispute resolution is able to cope with and able to assist people with parenting and property matters. Probably most matters that are dealt with in FDR, in family dispute resolution, is parenting matters. But on some occasions it's also appropriate to deal just with property matters as well, and sometimes there's parenting and property matters that are dealt with at the same time. And certainly many family dispute resolution practitioners can assist couples with both those areas. Family dispute resolution is not necessarily suited to all people. There are situations where family dispute resolution doesn't work, or where it isn't appropriate. So examples of that would be when there's been significant abuse or family violence in a relationship, and in these instances it's not helpful necessarily to put a couple together to discuss how they resolve their financial issues and their future parenting responsibilities. It might be more important for them to go and see a lawyer or to go straight to the family court to resolve their issues. So any agreements that are made in family dispute resolution are not binding per se. They're often agreements that are written up by the practitioner, but it's up to the couple to then make those agreements binding, and they would usually, not always, but they would usually seek the assistance of a lawyer to assist them to turn them into legally binding agreements.